Subscribe now. Click the bell icon. Do like, comment, and share.
My Jinn Husband. Episode 1. Presented by Lamia. I was swinging absent-mindedly in the garden swing. The light breeze kept tossing my hair around. Just then, I heard my father's voice, "Hey Mushera. Come here, Ma." Reluctantly, I got up, went inside, and stood in front of my father. He was wearing his cap and looked at me. In a slightly angry tone, he said, "I told you not to go out with your hair open. Have you prayed? Quickly put on your scarf." I lowered my head and slowly nodded. Glancing at his watch, he said, "You have 10 minutes left, go pray quickly." I nodded again and walked to my room. My father is very religious. He follows every rule and ritual of our faith to the letter. That's why the people in our village respect him greatly and come to him for help with any problem. I am Mushera, my father's only daughter, and I recently passed the admission exam for the madrasa. At home, it's just me, my younger brother, and my father. I don't know where my mother is. I only saw her once when I was very little, and I barely remember her face. Asking about her is strictly forbidden, and if the topic comes up, my father gets angry. A trusted family servant takes care of us. I performed wudu and offered my prayers. I don't really enjoy following all these rules, but I do it to avoid my father's anger. The path my father has followed his entire life is expected to be followed by us too, inshallah. Sometimes, all these rules feel overwhelming. So many restrictions, so many practices, it can be tiring to keep up with them all. While I was lost in these thoughts, my father called again. I went to his room with a cup of tea and asked, "You called, Father? Have you prayed?" he asked. "Yes, Abba Huzur." "Here's your tea," I replied. "Has Momin returned?" "Not yet," I said. In a stern voice, he said, "Still playing outside? How many times have I told you to spend the evening learning some hadith? He better come today." My heart skipped a beat. Today my brother was in trouble. Momin, my younger brother, is 11 years old and studying in the 5th grade at the madrasa. My father returned the teacup and said, "You go inside. Some people are coming to discuss something important." He never lets me appear in front of visitors. He always tells me to stay behind the veil. I went back to the kitchen with the tea. In the evening, my father stays in the prayer room for a long time. We are forbidden to go there. Sometimes I peek and see him sitting in the dark, the door closed. I don't even dare to ask why, because if I ask about something he doesn't want to share, I get scolded. The atmosphere is scary at this time. All the lights are dim. A light, cold breeze flows through the room. My younger brother tiptoes into the room and whispers, "Bubu, where's father?" I reply while washing my hands. He's in the prayer room. Go wash quickly and sit. Momin laughs and goes to his room. Many of my friends say that my father keeps jinn and talks to them. I can't convince them otherwise. My father never does such things. I have never seen it myself. Some tease me, do you want us to tell you? Your father is such a great scholar. He surely doesn't have jinn. I ignore such comments. But sometimes, I think, wow, if my father really had a jinn, I'd love to see them once. Hearing this, my younger brother laughs, hugs me, and says, Bubu, you're so scared. You scream even if you see a tiny cockroach. How will you see a jinn? I get annoyed and don't tell him my thoughts. Around 10 p.m., my father came out of the prayer room. I was setting the table. He sat down with a thud. He poured a glass of water and drank it in one gulp. I asked, worried, Father, are you tired? He didn't reply and called Momin to eat. While they ate, I kept glancing at my father. His forehead had wrinkles, and his face looked worried. Even though I knew it wouldn't help, I asked, Father, are you worried? He glared at me and said, Did I not forbid you from talking during meals? I felt a little hurt and whispered, I won't say anything anymore, Father. He said nothing else. After finishing his meal, my father went to his room. Before going to my own room, I peeked in once and saw him reciting tasbih in the dark. Without disturbing him, I went into Momin's room. He was asleep. I covered him lightly with a blanket, slowed the fan, and went to my room. I turned off the lights and lay down. Sleep wouldn't come. My father's worried face kept flashing in my mind. Why doesn't he ever tell us anything? Why is my father like this? All other fathers are so nice. They take you out, always show love, pat your head, tell stories, and help you sleep. I get none of that. As I shook off these thoughts and tried to sleep, I saw a shadow on my room's floor. The shadow was long and moving toward my room. I panicked. Could it be something else? Should I scream? Before I could react, I realized the shadow had entered my room. I closed my eyes in fear and started silently reciting Quranic verses. I could feel someone approaching me on tiny steps. They were very close now. Mushera, you're done for. I whispered to myself. He came and sat beside me. Tenderly, he was running his hand over my head. I really wanted to see him. Why is he stroking my hair so gently? I wanted to open my eyes and look, but I didn't have the courage. Suddenly, I heard muffled sobbing beside me. The one sitting next to me was crying. Wait, do jinns cry? Do they care for someone like this, stroking their head? I realized he had gotten up and left my side. Surely, he must be leaving now. If I don't see him now, I might never get the chance. With fear, I opened my eyes. Sure enough, the shadow had left my room. I quickly got up and followed it. On the balcony, under the light, I saw, it was my father. He was heading back to his room. Why did my father come into my room like this? And why was he crying? Quietly, I reached my father's room and stood at the door. He was muttering something to himself while sitting in the rocking chair. Normally, I would have asked for permission before entering. But now I didn't feel like talking. I quietly went and sat at his feet. My father was startled and looked at me. He placed his hand on my head and asked, "Not sleeping?" "Father, can you tell me what's wrong?" "Nothing, my child. It's late, go to sleep." "Father, please tell me. I won't be able to sleep worrying." He smiled faintly and said, "Every father gets a little like this when their daughter grows up." I rested my head on his lap and said, "Are you planning to push me away?" "Push you away? Girls are a blessing. Who can push away a blessing?" "Well, whatever you say, Father. I won't go anywhere. I want to dedicate my whole life to you and my brother." "Silly girl. Go to sleep." He placed a small kiss on my forehead. Without saying more, I left. I had rarely seen this side of my father. Seeing it today, all the resentment I had felt vanished. Why can't father always stay like this? With these thoughts, the night passed. I woke up to the call of Far. My father calls us every day, but today I got up on my own and prayed. After reading the Quran for a while, when I got up to leave, I saw my father standing in front of me. "Ma, you woke up on your own today?" "Yes, Father." "Shall I make tea?" Yes." Wake Moment 2. He's already missed the congregation prayer, and he won't get another chance. My mind felt very fresh today. Everything seemed enjoyable. I fed my brother breakfast and sent him to the madrasa. Father went to some local council meeting. The house was completely empty, and the servant hadn't come either. Apparently, he has been unwell for a couple of days. Father had already checked on him. Even though I wanted to go out, I couldn't. Leaving the house without a reason is forbidden. And if I did, I would have to be fully covered. After finishing chores, I went up to the terrace to stroll a little. Our entire house is enclosed. There's a big garden in front, and it's a 2-story flat. I love the terrace. I have personally decorated and maintained it. I come here often in my free time. I even like to come at night, but after sunset, Father doesn't allow anyone on the terrace. While walking back and forth, drying my hair, I noticed someone swinging in the garden swing. At first, I thought my eyes were tricking me. But no, I clearly saw someone there. I couldn't see clearly because of the mango tree in front. Could it be some mischievous boy climbed over the wall into the garden? No one would dare. Everyone in the area fears Father. No one dares to enter this house. But someone had to be there, right? I hurried down from the terrace and ran to the swing in the garden. There was no one. The swing was still and silent. If anyone had been on it, it would still be swinging. These days, I even start seeing things that aren't there. When I started walking back towards the house, I heard the swing move. I turned back and saw it sway slightly in the wind. Then I finally walked away. In the afternoon, my brother and Father returned together. In the evening, Father got ready to go out, wearing a kurta and applying perfume. Seeing me at his door, he said, "Ma, today I've been invited as the chief guest at Awaz Mahfil in Natrapur. I have to go. Don't worry, I'll be back very soon." "Okay, Father. Be careful. Have you eaten dinner?" "No, Ma. There's no time. I have to cross 3 villages. If I don't leave now, I won't reach on time." "Is Uncle going with you?" "Yes, he's going. Eat quickly and sleep. Take care." Father left the house in Allah's name. After he left, I locked the door and sat beside Momin. He was focused on his studies. Seeing me, he said, "Are you scared, Bubu?" I playfully patted his head and said, "Stop joking and focus. I came because I didn't like being alone." Momin chuckled and went back to studying. Suddenly, strong winds started blowing. It seemed like a heavy rainstorm was coming. At the same time, the electricity went out. The entire house went dark. I told Momin, "Sit still. I'll light the charger lamp." When I switched it on, I saw the battery was almost dead. I had forgotten to charge it all day. "Momin, there's no point in studying now. The lamp's charge is low. Better go eat and sleep." "Bubu, I'm not hungry, but I'm feeling sleepy. I'll sleep. You eat and sleep beside me." "Okay, go to sleep." When Momin fell asleep, I went to the kitchen to organize things. I lit a candle and came in. I wasn't feeling hungry, so I covered everything and left. Meanwhile, it had started raining outside. The balcony door hadn't been closed. On my way, I wondered if Father got caught in the rain without an umbrella. As I was about to close the balcony door, the candlelight blew out in the wind. Dear viewers, if you enjoyed our channel's stories, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like and comment on the videos, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much.